Hello and welcome. This is a video all about getting started tuning your violin. If you're new to tuning, it's good to start with just using your fine tuners. Reason being that it's very hard to break a string doing that, and that's your safest bet. So here are the fine tuners. So I'm not talking about these pegs for this lesson. Okay, so we've identified where the fine tuners are. Let's now work out where the strings are. So we'll just have a look. We've got our very thin one up here, which is called the E. The second one along is the A string, followed by a D and then a G. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you that again in a moment. Let's now move in and have a look at the app. So this app I've got is called the Clear Tune. And I'll just hold it up close. Don't worry if you can't access this exact app. There's lots and lots of really good ones around, and they're quite similar in the way they work. So if you can follow this lesson, you should be able to transfer that knowledge across and use it for a different app. All right, I'm just going to bring the camera in a bit closer now, and you can have a closer look at how the app would work. Okay, so here we are, and the app's up on the piano now, and we're going to start with the A string. So if you remember what I told you before, the thin one's the E, and we're just going to step in here to our A string. Okay, so the A, the second string, and then you just follow it down ever so carefully so you're getting the right tuner each time. If not, we could be in danger of turning the wrong one and then breaking a string. You still can break a string using fine tuner, but it's a lot less likely. So this is such a good way to start with your tuning. Okay, so let's start by playing the A string and have a look and see if you can see what happens to the app when I play the A string. You're going to see, all right, you're going to see this green arrow pointing to the note that it actually refers to. I'll just bring you in a bit closer there. So, playing the A, and it's saying we're closer to an A flat, with A with the little slanty B's and A flat. So what that's saying is that we're too low. Okay, so when we're too low, we want to turn the fine tuner in a clockwise manner, or you can feel as though you're screwing down into the instrument, and that actually makes the string higher. So I'm going to do that now. So you can see I'm turning in a clockwise manner while still plucking. I keep plucking the whole time. So I'm checking constantly. And you can see that the green arrow is moving up towards the A. That's a really good sign. That means we're doing the right direction. Okay, got it. So it landed right on the A and it went up onto 0. So that's a really good sign. Now we're going to move on to that next string. So there's our thin E. The A we've just tuned, and the next one is the next middle one. It's a little bit thicker than the A. That's the D. So we're going to, again, follow it down, work out where the tuner is, and we'll pluck the D for a test and have a look at the screen. And you can see, again, we're too low. We're closer to a C sharp. The hashtag is sharp. So we're too low. So again, the clockwise direction, turn. And I'm still plucking all the time so I can check my answer, make sure that it's going in the right direction. Getting there, I'm getting closer. Awesome, so we've hit the 0 there, and it's pointed exactly to the D. Next one along is the very thick G string. So follow that along to the fine tuner, and we're going to check G now. Okay, now in this case we are too high. A flat is higher than G. So we have to go the other way. We're going anti-clockwise, and it might seem as though the screw's coming up a little bit. Then you know you're doing the right thing. Okay, so we're coming down towards the G. Okay, that's pretty good. If you go too far, of course you just go the opposite direction, fix it back up. And any outside sounds or any wind blowing can really affect these apps. So you will get a little bit of wavering. If it's just a little bit, don't worry too much. If you can see the green landing on that letter, you're pretty right. Okay, now the last one is that very thin one called the E. And we're just a fraction too high, so I'll bring the tuner upwards, anti-clockwise. Oh, went too far. So I'm going clockwise now. Got it. Okay, now we're not done yet. We need to now check our answers, because when you've moved one string on the instrument, it actually does change the wood a little bit. It pulls things and puts tension on the wood, so we change the sounds on all the strings. So one more check. We go back to the A, which is that second string, and we're a little bit too high, so anti-clockwise. Okay, that's nice. Now down to the D, second middle. Nice. The G, a little bit high, so I'm going to go anti-clockwise. Back up clockwise. Okay, and then the E. A fraction under. There we go, we've got it. Okay, so that is tuning your violin for your first time. This will keep you going in between lessons if you need to tune it a little bit, just so you can have a good practice in between your lessons.